What's up, everybody? Welcome to Gogetit by Getitlex Motivational Mindset, the podcast. So today we back with another dope interview, and I'm so excited. I've been watching this nine. I've been watching this nine grow for I don't know how many years now on Instagram, and I finally got the opportunity to sit down and have a one-on-one, and I think this gonna be a good one for y'all to listen to. So today we welcome the big boss, Beeta boss, on our podcast. Ah, Thank you for coming on and chopping it up with me. Like I said, I told you before, I've been trying to talk to you. I kind of like can feel where people got a story behind what they got going on, and that really would be attracting me to them. And
Yeah,
I think that you told me a little bit about you, so now I'm telling people who you are.
yeah. Be the boss. Man. From Jersey. I'm from the field. Live in Virginia. Man. This why I actually opened up my business out here. It worked out. Ups and downs, twists and turns. You know how this shit. You don't supposed to curse on this, right?
I know you can talk. We talking, so you do you.
No? Like yeah. Of course, to be the boss. I started off with the music. The music worked. The music was the music was a blessing. The music took me to the clothes. The clothes. Now we here. You know, do
All
it
right,
all.
so we're gonna rewind the track a little bit. Tell me how you came from Jersey to Virginia. Like, how did Virginia and New Jersey kind of like
But,
come
you
together
know,
for you?
my mother lived in Virginia. She moved to Virginia. You know what I mean? When I was a kid, she moved out here. You know what I mean? Get a better life. She was dealing with her situation. Sometimes you got to go away to get, get a new life.
No question.
I came down here. I was, looking for something new. You know, moved to Richmond. That shit, it panned out. You know what I mean? Moved to Richmond. I moved to my mother. Staying with my mother. They were talking a twin size bed. Real
Mm.
talk.
So, like, was it scary for you? Like, I mean, well, how was it? Like, I mean, because when you kind of established in the city, you grew up there, you got your family there, you got your friends there. Like, how was it just jumping in the mix?
What, coming down here?
Yeah,
Like I was already popular like in my own city and shit. Like, but when I moved out here, I ain't know nobody. So I always knew that. I always knew how to. I always knew how to like maneuver through the wild. You know what I mean? Like that's something I always knew how to do. I always knew how to. I figured it out. I know. I always knew how to make my figure it out. And I knew like it was definitely different though.
mm.
Definitely different. You know what I'm saying? But it was all the same. It was all like the same. A lot of times, man, we more alike than different. Like I tell people, you know. What I mean? But yeah, hell yeah, it was different. It was different. You down
So,
here, you don't know no, you don't really know nobody like that. You trying to figure out, you trying to make your way.
was we country? Like, people from up north come in and be like, oh, country ass.
It was slower. It was slower and it was clean. It was slower, meaning that it was a slower pace.
Mm.
Oh, that's a good thing too. What I mean, it slow you down. Sometimes you need that shit. That shit to make you start looking at life differently too.
Right, right.
Start looking like yo, oh shit. You start being able when everything moving fast, you don't even understand what's going on. Sometimes when that shit happen, you start looking at yourself different, your circle different, your decisions, all that shit.
Right, right, right. So when you came down here, was you beat us? Like how you jump? You was popular there, so how you come here and establish like you know a circle or like a support system?
Um, I like I always I always knew how to I always try to I always learned this like if you want something in life, you gotta be able to figure your way out through the shit and be able to navigate through the shit. You feel me? Through the traffic. So you got to move wherever you go. You can't be the star at home. You gotta have it. The it factor. You wherever you go, that means
Right,
they gonna know you there. You know what I'm saying?
right.
That come from God though.
No question.
Oh man.
Let's
So
talk.
it's easy. Like it's easy to be the star in your own city and shit. You know what I'm saying, and do all that shit and all. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like
right.
out of town, that's figure out what you really made of because it ain't no cosigns.
Exactly, exactly. The genuine support gonna come from for real the
Yeah.
people that don't even know you. Like them people gonna like you genuinely.
Rock with you, or they rock with your surroundings.
Right. That's the difference.
Right.
So the name, where your name come from? Where did Beeta Bomb come from? Did
They
you
used to call,
came from New Jersey with that?
yeah, they used to call me Beeta Kid. My man Redberry from my man Redberry from Queen. He used to call me Beeta. He's like Beeta Kid. He was from Queen. He's from Jamaica, Queen. He used to be like Beeta. But my man Jerk, my man Poppy Prayer and shit. He said be the boss. He called me be the boss one time in the studio when I was up there. He was actually a part of a group called Runs in the Family. They was signed to Jam Master Jay. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
He called one day he called me be the boss. He said be the boss. And that shit always stuck in my head.
So you carried it with you down here.
Shout out to Poppy for that.
Shout out to him.
Word up.
But look, so when you came down here, was you already? I mean, I heard you talk about being in the studio in New Jersey. So when you came down here, was you already like in the mix with the music, or is it something you had to go back, keep going back and forth to New Jersey to do?
Nah, I always knew how to rap like good. Like
Mm-hmm.
anybody told me, they be like, yo, he not a rap good. Like I always know how to rap like good. Like anywhere I was at, like in Pennsylvania, when I was in Philly, when I was in Jersey, like so I always know how to rap good. So it was like the rapping. Like I stopped doing music though when I came from Jersey because that shit wasn't giving me no money. You know,
Yeah, it makes
you
sense.
feel what I'm saying though? That shit wasn't paying us. So I said fuck off.
Yeah.
But like you know what I mean. But so boom, like but that shit was always my passion before I had a dollar. But then you know then boom. I went to my mother. My mother, shout out to my mother, man. My mother took me to church one time. You know what I'm saying? When I went to church, but I was into all type of stuff, man. And like from Jersey all the way down here. You know what I mean? I was into stuff. But I went to church one time, and no, that shit changed my life. I ain't never I ain't never been I've been I backslide all the time. You feel me? That's regular. That's matter. That's what happens when you win the fight of salvation.
Man, I know.
But like I love God, you know what I mean. But that changed my life though. But then I started. I did a tape called Corner to the Kingdom,
Mhm.
like Corner to the Kingdom, you know what I mean. And that shit got me a record deal in Denver, Colorado. I can't make this up. I was outside selling. That's when the CDs was popping. I was
Oh
out
yeah.
passing the CDs out. I was down VA in front of the stores. I went to Jersey. I was selling. That's why I got a record of that. Shout out to Shannon. Shannon gave my CD to somebody. Ja Vega got me a record deal in Denver, Colorado, on the West Coast. They got me. They gave me some money. They was flying me back. You got rather they flying a little dirty nigga back and forth to the West Coast. I don't know.
No, not the not the little dirty.
A little, like that's real though. You know what I mean? Like they I don't know nothing about. I'm like, oh snap, this is really happening.
Right.
Feel me? So like, yeah, that was a blessing too.
They believe in you.
That was a blessing. That was
So
yeah.
what happened? What happened with that?
Music business is dirty. You think that thing's gonna happen your way, it don't happen like that. Sometimes you gotta, you know what I mean? Shit. You gotta look, the music business is a wild business.
So like that didn't turn you off, like the
Hell,
whole.
hell yeah. Imagine you gotta go back to everybody think you about to blow up and you gotta go back to the hood broke. That, you feel me saying?
Yeah, that was a turn on. I already know. So like so like the more you was doing music, like they ain't never reached back out to you, or
I
like the people that
don't
was affiliated with them.
know. The situation kind of I think it was like dude something happened to him, he went to jail or something. Like I don't know what you gotta talk to him. I don't know. I know that I
I gotta talk to them.
you know it's deep though. You know what I'm mad about though? I was thinking about it. I said, yo, I'm mad as hell. I ain't get that record deal during the internet era. Cause you know
Come
how
on, man.
I could have capped all night.
What? Definitely would have went home with some bread.
Word is-
Oh no.
Nah, but that shit. But it was that shit was a learning experience, and it made me understand a little bit deeper how the music business go.
Right. So you picked up some shit. I don't even know if I supposed to say. You took something from that that like to apply to what you're doing now.
Yeah, yeah, but all this made me like from so, like when I did Flower in the Mud, my man Bleak, he paid for that. He paid for my music and stuff to get done. When I was in Jersey, when I moved back to Jersey, I did Flower in the Mud. Some people say that's my best tape ever. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, Flower in the Mud, for Flower in the Mud. But
So where they can find it at? So they can hear it.
I think my man 30, I think that's on that Piff. It ain't on the Apple Music came a little later. You know what I'm saying?
Mm,
So yeah, so so that was I did that. Sometimes you do your best work when you at your lowest point.
no question. No question. All them real fillers come out,
I really
start
ain't
putting together shit.
got nothing to lose.
Yeah. I mean, come on now, put it out there. Then somebody gonna feel it because somebody else out there dealing with the same in the same certain type of situation. You know what I mean? Where they need to hear that.
Lowest at your lowest, you could see it. You could see more clear than ever, and you could hear clearer too.
Right.
Word.
Right. So with that, right?
Yeah.
So when did you decide like, I'm ready to be a boss? Like you already had the name, it was already stamped, but like when was you in a position to be like, I want to transition, I want to be a businessman, like I want to step into this lane of entrepreneurship.
Honestly, I just wanted somewhere. Look, boom. I'm gonna tell you how I was selling my CDs because my CDs was money.
Right.
You remember back when CDs when because now the cars don't even got CD players because
Right.
streaming right now is a business.
That's it.
It's a business, so they stopped making CD players in cars because streaming is the wave. So they could
Right.
have control over everything. They don't want you know how it go. I ain't gonna get too deep into that, but you know what I'm saying. But like so, I was real good at selling CDs because I always knew how to talk extremely well. So you know what I mean. I could sell something to somebody easily. You know what I mean. So I was selling a lot of CDs, and my music was getting out there. So then when I opened up my business, I started off with the CDs. All I wanted to do was sell my CDs, but I can't have a kiosk in the mall just selling CDs. You got to sell. So I said, let me put some shirts up here that say "Cost to be the boss" on them. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
And it started off with a couple T-shirts, and that shit started going with T-shirts, sweatshirts, sweatpants. I'm like, oh, and then it just started picking up. It started picking up to the point where, because I started dealing with the military. Shout out to the U.S. military, man.
Shout out.
U.S. military.
They were dropping it on you.
Bro, you gotta realize they was fresh out of their mother's house. Now they getting $600-700 a week, and they don't got no bills.
Right.
They right up the street.
Coming through.
They was coming through, doing the right, doing right, doing the right thing.
Stopping by the J. Stopping by buy some
Doing,
gas. No
doing
question.
them.
They was spending their money in the right place.
It was doing right.
Ah, but look,
Shout
wait,
out,
did you
shout out to the military. What up?
while doing that, right? T-shirts is alright, right? I mean, it's cool. You can get some T-shirts, you can put a name on it, boom. But like the whole process of making that yours, like your brand, like how was that process? I'm talking about like paperwork. I'm talking about like doing it on the right way instead of just throwing them T-shirts out there. How was that process?
That's look, man. Sometimes just throwing it on the T-shirt is the way you should get it done. Nobody gonna say that part. That's the truth.
Yeah,
That's the beginning stage. It's all about stages.
right,
Sometimes you gotta throw that thing on a T-shirt just to get the shit moving. Because if you
right.
don't start that part, everybody always waiting for the thing to be already done and y'all need to be perfect. Ain't nothing coming out perfect, bro.
No question.
You gotta start from somewhere and get your logo out. This is what I tell people: get a logo that you respect, get a logo that you believe in, and then
Hmm.
build on that. You don't even got a logo. How the hell you gonna start a clothing brand? Everybody think a clothing brand is so easy. What make you think they gonna buy your clothes? Let me explain something to you what's gonna happen if you get a clothing brand. the people you think going to support, not supporting. And nobody supports nothing at the bottom. Yes, help only comes when you almost done doing it yourself. That's how it goes.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, ain't nobody coming to rescue you in the beginning. You got to show people that you're worthy to be supported.
Right. So like you jumped out there with the t-shirt, but like getting people to trust like your brand, how you did like you could talk.
You gotta stay. You gotta be able to weather the storm. You gotta keep going. You can't just think that the first week you ain't make no money. You gotta keep going and keep. Cause let me explain. Lex, you right. If you see somebody outside Target trying to sell you something, you walk past the first time. You see him try to sell you something again. You still walk past. The third time, you're gonna be like, yeah, you out here grinding. Let me see what you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Gonna look like you consistent. It don't matter if you respect what they got going on. It's just people respect the grind, man. Because people respect the grind that they don't have inside of them.
Yeah.
Because even if you don't got the grind in you, you gonna look like, yo, man, you got balls to be out here, money. Like, you know what I'm saying? Real talk.
That's true. That's true though.
Real talk.
I ain't need to lie, like for real. Like and we consistency always been like a big topic because like a lot of people um when people be posting their products and stuff, like it's almost like you meeting them where they at, right? They doing good right now, but you don't see the background story. You don't see how many times they don't talk about how many times they lost this much money or this person said they weren't going to support them. You know what I'm saying? Like people don't talk about that, and I think that's a real big reason why. Like I wanted you to come on here and talk.
I used to get walked past all day long. Motherfuckers saying I was begging, I was soliciting, all type of stuff. What? I'm talking about people that was supposed to be supporting, that was supposed to be cool with me. Like, yeah, like it'd be like that. Like it's like that in the beginning. The beginning stage is just figure out if you built for it or not.
Right, right. And I don't think like I think now like what I'm doing, what I'm trying to do, I think it's important for people like you and other people who at this stage to tell people like, yeah, you're gonna have some good if you're an entrepreneur, it just don't come overnight. You know what I mean? You're gonna have these days where you gotta like you challenging yourself. It's like you fighting against you at some point because you gotta
Yeah,
get up and you gotta make the move. Like
that's
and
real battle.
it'd be like if you can't stay motivated, you gotta stay consistent. That's a big deal. You know what I mean? And that's a battle between you and you because you gotta get up every day. You gotta show the people that this what you out here doing. You know what I'm saying? But I just gotta tell the people because I got my outfit today, y'all. I was gonna put it on right, but it's so dope. Hold on, wait a minute. Let me show y'all the pants. It's so dope that I got to buy some shoes to go with it. I kind of just put it on for the interview. But let me tell you something. The way you took this out the bag and put it up against me, if I ain't know you, I would have had to buy it. Cause you like, hold on, wait a minute. I think this fit you. It didn't do it, fit me. But
Now now I look. I'm like, boom. I'm like, yo, boom. That ain't unisex. That's a men's joint. She probably like a medium, large, and women. That's an extra small. You gotta know. You gotta know what you're doing too, though.
no question. But I like men stuff though, so I like to put on stuff like this. So yeah, I gotta find me some fly shoes, and But
Yeah, but I think the most important thing though that we gotta tell them though is that if you can't weather the storm in the beginning, then you're not never gonna see the glory days.
never.
You're not never gonna. You're gonna always have what ifs and what if. You gotta be able to weather the storm. You gotta be able to take. You gotta be able to take no. You gotta be able to take that word no and just keep going. That no, if that word no could discourage you from the keep going, then this ain't for you. Go. You
Yeah,
got.
I think it's like when somebody say no and you can kind of take it like and it really hurts you. It's like for entrepreneurs, in my opinion, like you gotta have a plan A, a plan B. You know what I'm saying? This don't work, then that gotta work. So I don't think no is never really an answer because if it don't work one way, you gotta figure it out so they can work. It might take a little bit of time, but like to me, no is never even an option because
Facts.
it's like I gotta that, that's a detour on that end, but I know they got another way around. You feel what I'm saying? So I think that that's a big deal. Like people got to understand, like if you really want it, you gonna make it work. I mean, it ain't too many people that got control of what you got control of. You know what I'm saying?
That's a fact, though. That's a fact. That's a fact.
Um,
Like yo, God, for me, I ain't do it. God did it. God kept me. I make
Praise
sure
be to God.
I let it be known, my relationship with God is I know I ups and downs, twists and turns with it, but God is the only reason I'm still here because you got to realize COVID came, a lot of businesses came and went. God kept me, so thankful, thank you to God.
And it's like I respect that so much that you like, because I ain't got no problem talking about God. Like on all my podcasts, I kind of talk about God, but because I know He did for me. But I think it's just super dope. Some people can't acknowledge it. Like you think it's taboo. I don't even know if I use the right word, but they think it's something that you can't really talk
They
about
gotta go.
because
They gotta go through a little bit more of the fire to feel it.
right, right. But once you get through it and you know where you can be at, where you could have been at, and where you at now, I
Word is
think it's
gone.
just nothing. Like I
Where,
talk about
where,
God
where
all
a
the
lot of
time.
your friends at? You gotta start looking. See, my life a little different. I'm not really like a fashion designer. I didn't grow up in the fashion designer world. You get what I'm saying? Like I grew up in a different situation where I was into different things. So that the things where a lot of my friends is no longer here, locked up for long stints. You know what I mean? Periods of time and stuff like that. So my situation is a little different. You know what I mean? So I look at life differently. I survived. I'm more humble. I get how it goes, and I seen how it is up, and I seen how it is down. And I'm talking. I
Right.
ain't talking about 10 years ago. I'm talking about last month. You know what I'm saying? Like we're not, ups and downs, twists and turns. How this thing go in business. So don't think that if you ready to get rich overnight, don't open up a business. Go get some lottery tickets.
Yeah. What they playing Mega Millions tonight?
Yeah,
And
that's a fact though, right?
nah, no question. For
Like
real. Like
not to get this is like harder than work. If you want to get rich overnight, you better off getting a job. Because this thing it's a toss up.
man, it's a big toss up. I'm talking literally, if you flip a coin, you get the wrong side. That's it.
But figure it out.
Listen, but look, well, on that note, let's talk about. I want to talk about like with the clothes, like materials and stuff like that. That's the toss up. That's a big deal. So how was your process of like what I'm saying, just coming off the t-shirts? You coming off the t-shirts, you ready to make these sweatsuits, you ready to make these two-piece outfits, whatever the case may be. How did you figure out what was gonna be the best material for you? What's the best vendor for your brand? Like so that so it won't be no more toss ups.
Anybody that's in this game that know anything about the clothes, when you start dealing with vendors and and yo, this gonna be crazy because all the people that got clothing brand, bro, that's the real shit, bro. It's all a scam. Like you got to realize when you getting your cotton and stuff and you getting your clothes made, it's coming from Pakistan. That's a third world country. Third world country. They are in poverty. They don't know how to speak English. They like a lot of them. Like when you dealing with WhatsApp. You're not dealing with You're not talking to them on the phone like that because they in a different.
Mm-hmm.
They right now. What time it is right now? They probably sleep right now. They scam just like out here. They lie. They say that they're sending just like everybody go get some weed from a nigga from around the corner. Yo, I'm gonna be there in 15 minutes. The nigga ain't coming.
45.
It's the same Pakistan. Them niggas ain't sending that shit for 3 months. They gonna say 2 weeks.
They gonna
Yo,
say
look,
2 weeks.
you be arguing with them on a WhatsApp app, going crazy with these niggas. I'm telling you, this shit be crazy. This shit is.
No.
This shit have you have headaches. Or bro, this is on that. See, that's why put this up with the people that got business. They gonna be like, yo, that's the realest shit, bro. This shit is hard. It's hard to find good manufacturing, but when you do, you just gotta do right by them. That's it. It's hard though. I'm
Right.
fighting too.
So like, did you have to switch your manufacturers up? Like, did you ever get like a bad batch of clothes where you was like, man,
Always,
really?
always. That's like getting a bad batch of clothes is how could I explain this getting a bad batch of clothes is a part of it. It never stops. It's just like you get what I'm saying. It's like you're gonna get a bad batch all the time.
Mm.
So yeah, don't look at it like when your clothes get here, it's not gonna be what you thought it was gonna look like. Simple.
Y'all hear that? Y'all hear that? So that's already like something that I don't think a lot of people even understand when they step it in. Like even if you find a good vendor, it could be a good vendor for a couple months and then boom, 2
like,
months in a row.
and you might put an order in today and you don't get it for 3 months. And he'll tell you it's coming in 2-3 weeks. Imagine somebody owing you an order for you paying for an order, and you wait, and he tells you 2 to 3 months is coming, 2 to 3 weeks is coming, right? And you don't months. In your mind, you already placing pieces and pieces to the puzzle together for you to get it sold when it gets here in the 2 weeks. This shit, like, yo, this is how it goes. You know what I'm saying? Unfortunately, but you know, you just got to keep going. That's it.
Right. So, like, so what's next? So, as far as your clothes, like, what's next? Like, you in the mall now, you got your kiosk. Like, what's next for you as far as Call to Be the Boss? Where your clothing line going?
You know, you know, all in all, I always used to be like, yo, I'll be here. And now, sometimes I'm letting God guide me, and I'm being humble. You know what I'm saying? Like my goal. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? From my mouth to God's ears is I have a store in LA, a store in Atlanta, a store in VA, and a store in Jersey. You know what I mean? I think, you know, God couldn't bless me with that until I was psychologically ready for that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I feel like I know I'm gonna get a store though. That's next though.
No question.
Yeah,
So what keep you like? What keep you motivated? Because you know we all got good days, we all got bad days. Like, but this dream that you got, your vision, like, what keep you on your toes? Like, you know, we said earlier, if you can't stay motivated, stay consistent. But that's easier said than done. So, like, with you, what's some things that you do to keep your mind like on the mission?
this for the kids or the real? Just the real, or you want me to be real?
This the real.
You know, look, man, I don't know if the kids here, you know, I pray a lot. You know, we gotta keep it political and regular. Sometimes, nah, but like all in all, though, nah, like, you know, nah, but in all seriously though, like, you know, I watch like motivational speaking. I watch a lot of podcasts of people that already that's in the same game as me, or the same or place, or I study success.
Mm,
I study people that's where I want to be. You know,
right,
I try to leave me out of the equation and deal and put my ego and all that shit to the side and study the people where I want to be, and actually listen in a way where it could be effective in my life. You know what I mean? Sometimes you gotta stuff, and sometimes you gotta put some things that you love and want to do and your fleshly desire to the side, and get into the real thing, like where you want to go. You know what I mean?
right.
Real talk. So that, yeah, you gotta stay. You just gotta figure out. You gotta listen to somebody besides your own self.
That's
That's
a
the
fact.
hardest. That's the hardest thing for people to do, right?
Yes, it is. Like,
Yo, that
I
because
don't know. Look, I feel like that because like sometimes like when you got a vision and like and you've been through things by yourself, it's like sometimes people not gonna they
understand.
gonna coach you from where they at. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying? But where you at, it's like you can't really expect people to go as hard as you because they ain't seen what you've seen. So it to me, that's what I battle with. It's like some advice, I can take it, you know what I'm saying? But
yeah, and what you're willing to sacrifice to get there. That's
right,
if you're not willing to sacrifice something that hurt, then it ain't a sacrifice.
exactly.
Your best friend, that could be your boyfriend, that could be your mom, your girlfriend, that could be your, you know what I'm saying? That could be your club, that could be anything that ain't making sense to your next level. Then if you're not willing to cut it off, then you ain't ready to go. Period.
Right. That's a fact. But like also like with that and the balance, right? So you're a businessman, you got like business can consume your life 24/7. But how important is it to like have a balance with your personal life and your business life?
Shit, if you don't do that, you're gonna go crazy. If you don't get no type of balance structure in your world, it's over. You ain't gonna make it because you overfeed anything, it'll die. You gotta have a balance, man. If your whole life is wrapped around your business, you'll be so locked in on your business that you'll push everybody away. But sometimes that might work. I don't know. But you might lose your mind in the whole thing. You know, I look at it like sometimes I always got to keep balance.
Right.
That's
But how you do that though? Like, how you
like,
do that? How you balance music, your that and
oh, and you know I got kids too, so you know deal with the kids.
your kids?
You gotta be a master of juggling.
Mm.
Meaning percentage. Treat your life like a percentage. You only got 100%. Try to give try to most likely you have three major things in your life, right?
Mhm.
It could be your kids, it could be your relationship and your business, right? It could be your business, your whatever. It's three. Try to give everything 35% or whichever one. Sometimes you might get 40 to this, 20 to. Just try to give everything the most equal percentage as needed on your day, on your journey. That's what I try to do. I try to just balance it all out, you know, by trying to make sure I never forget one of them, and you know what I'm saying.
All right.
That's the hardest part of this shit, though.
I'm telling you, it is because I don't know, like I be feeling guilty sometimes. I give something more energy than the other thing, especially with my kids. Like if my kids got all this going on, but I know I got to take care of this too to make sure they can have this. It's like it's a pool, but your business is like your baby too, though. You know what I'm saying? Because you know you.
Take care of your kid, like I right, boom. So like, look at this. How you gotta look at it too, like this. Sometimes, would you take care of your kids if you neglect your business? They need clothes. They need a place to live. They need food, clothes, and shelter. You gotta provide that.
Right.
So if you can't do that, then I'm talking about as a man. As a man, you should be able to provide food, clothes, and shelter for your kids. So you gotta learn. You gotta be able to they gotta understand that your business, if your business is providing for them, or even if your business is not providing for them at this moment, you in your beginning stages. That's just that's the most delicate part of it. So everybody,
Exactly.
you know what I'm saying, and just always, man, never really, you can't please everybody too. Always remember that. So you just gotta figure it out. That's it, and just keep it. Sometimes you gotta choose some. Unfortunately, sometimes you gotta choose you.
No question. I mean, that's hard too, though. I mean, it's hard, but I think that's the part of the process because like that kind of make you learn what you equipped for.
Right.
Like having to piece together all these pieces of the puzzle because it's there. It's just like you got to put them together. It's tough. It's tough. But
That's a
on the
fact.
other hand, on the other hand, being that you came from different stages, right? I'm sure like all these stages you was learning. But looking back, could you tell me like some of the things that you learned all the way up to now that kind of like
In business or just in life?
I'm talking about well in life it molds you for business, you know what I'm saying? But just like some key things you learn that you can, you know, that you learn to help you to become a businessman, like through whatever life experiences it was that taught you.
Um, and I'm not talking from us. I'm not. I don't. I wouldn't look at myself like I'm a. I don't. I don't care what nobody say. I don't look at myself like I'm a successful business owner yet. I look at myself like I'm. I don't care what I might have obtained. You know what I mean? Because I feel like I want more. So I'm just talking from a person that has sustained
Mm,
that for these years. You get what I'm saying? I feel like gotta be some. It gotta be something at the end of the finish line that's bigger than the doubt and the fear. You know what I mean? It could
yeah.
be your daughter, it could be your son, it could be anything. It could be anything. It got to be something that's bigger than yourself for the reason why you're doing it.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? And it got to be something bigger than yourself. Feel your to fulfill your you know what I mean, to be able to get there. You know what I mean? You got because your ego ain't gonna be enough.
Nah.
You don't need names.
Mm,
Now, I got to be something realer because you'll run out of gas with that.
no question.
Right.
So
My goal, my mine was always, I've always just wanted to, like, you know what I'm saying? You know, I grew up with my aunt. My aunt raised me and stuff. You know, what I mean, to the best of her ability. Like, you know, so I want to buy her like a big house and stuff. You know,
Yeah.
I just want to do so. You know, she raised me and my sister. You know what I'm saying? She put her whole life on the to the back burner for us. You know, I went to the streets. My sister, my sister good. You know what I'm saying? But it's like she went through a lot dealing with us. I just want to pay her back because but once you get older, you realize that when people stepped up in your life when they didn't have to. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no question. That's how I feel. That's how I be feeling. Like I be trying to tell my mama, like
It was born.
one day, for real, one day, no bullshit.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah, they gotta have something that they willing to go all out for.
right.
They don't got it, man. Look, man, you know how I go. Like you starting the podcast from scratch. You know what I mean? You starting it and building it up. Right?
Mm.
This the most delicate spot because people supposed to be coming through. Yo, you gonna come on? Yeah, I'm gonna do it. And now when it's time to do it, they ain't there. That would discourage you right there. You feel what I'm saying?
Telling you, man.
Yo,
That's how it was last year. I was like, man.
uh, uh,
And I don't even like I'm not even everybody who know me, they know I don't even do no talking. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not a talk and it's crazy because I'm not a talker, like I'm not a so that's why I be so nervous. But it's like I know the purpose behind what I'm trying to do and I know like there's a lot of people out here who need to hear the stories, like not from the people that's on TV, but like the people that you see in the mall, the people that you see at the corner store, the people that's at the barber shop. Like people need to hear that story.
people that's in arm's reach.
Exactly. It's no to me, it's no more motivation other than the people I know that then was in the mud and they got up. Because if they can do it, I can do it. And everybody don't have like a mom or dad or whoever that went to college that can help them out. You know what I'm saying? So just
Sure.
knowing that people is making it and they didn't went through situations that maybe you might not have made it through. You know what I'm saying? So it, I don't see no way around it for real. And I be learning too. Like I like to learn. So when I hear stuff, you know, especially about the vendors that you was talking about and clothes and all that, like I learn, like I be retaining that kind of stuff. So I know other people are too. You know, other people who don't even know you who might just heard your clothing line.
Like to me, that's why I'm like, boom. You know what I mean? I'm like, you know, I'm not like that's what I'm saying. Like if we're gonna do it, we gotta do it raw. I'm gonna be real with it. I ain't gonna do like you know what I'm saying, like the political answers. I just want to
No,
read the one. You know what I'm saying? We getting older. I don't want to fake on the social media.
no, we don't do no fake. Like nah, this ain't where we fake at.
Heard up.
So you
But yeah,
know,
I rock with it. I rock with it. I'm fucking with it.
no, that's what we doing. And speaking of social media, since
Yeah.
before we even started going live, me and you were talking about it. You know, you say you ain't really into the internet, whatever. But how did you? Because I don't really like social media either. Like I was telling you, I said if I come to social media, I want to be able to offer something. So
But
apparently you bring your clothes to social media. This is what you offering to people. But how do you get out of your shell? Because you got to eventually. Like you
that's
now
why.
you talking to me.
Look. You see me? I'm in the internet world. See, my friends be mad at me because they be like, "Yo, you gotta." You know, cause like I'm blunt. I'm very direct when I talk. You know what I mean? I don't know how to like do like the fake talk. I'll just talk whatever's coming. But they be like he's honest. You feel what I'm saying? So they like yo, you gotta say that on the internet. But I'm like yo, the internet just all capped down. I can't deal with that. But they're like nah, you gotta do it with the internet because that's the way of the world. The internet is where everything moving at now.
Yeah.
So I got to do the internet. So that's what I'm doing the internet now. Now I'm about to do podcast. I'm just going to keep it 100.
Yeah.
Wherever you know what I'm saying, I'm going to give game to the young, anybody that need help. I'll be giving my vendors away, huh? Take that. I don't care because at the end of the day, you got to look. One thing about when you give somebody a blessing, bro, I don't know who going up. I don't know who going here. I don't know if I'm gonna end up here, but I know if I bless somebody and they go here, they're gonna see me here, yo, and they'll pick us back up. Only the black community don't look out for each other. All other ethnicities, they take care of each other. That's a fact.
I'm just gonna yeah.
Right or
No,
wrong?
but listen, you ain't telling no lie. Again, that's why I feel like what I'm doing, this is why I do what I'm doing. Because the people who come on here, they just like you. Everybody who come on here and talk, they talking because they don't have time to personally, individually tell everybody who want to know, but they gonna come on here.
So I'm gonna be like, yo, boom, I just gave all the game up. You don't gotta ask me no questions. It's here.
Exactly.
I'm telling you, I'm telling everybody, listen, this is what this is how I go. This is what's gonna happen when you get here. When you look this way, that's gonna happen. They gonna take your money. They not gonna send the sizes that you needed. They gonna mess up on the logo. They gonna da. That's how it goes, nigga. It's not gonna be the right way. So once you know what I mean, that's gonna come later on. Period.
Period.
Hey, friends ain't buying your clothes, nigga, until strangers wear your clothes. Once they
Exactly.
celebrate you, that's when your friends support you. Period.
Yeah. That's how I go though. I mean, I think it'll be an ultimate letdown if you think you're gonna jump into any type of industry or any type of business and think that, oh, I got 100 family members, so that's my bread right there. That's never how it goes, ever.
They ain't buying nothing from you. They gonna want it for free. Period. Cause you my nephew. Look, come on. You know I did it. You know I just had to get the car out the shop.
Well, you don't need it then. Your priorities is in the wrong spot.
Your uncle, because you do know that he just did have to get the car out the shop. Right or wrong? That's a fact, though. You know that the man just had to get the car out the shop, and you got the audacity to ask him about his sweatsuit for $150. The nerve of you, nigga.
What?
That's how this shit go.
That's how I go. But
I'm just telling everybody how it goes.
Look.
So when it happens, the nigga like, yo, Beeta the realest. That nigga said that shit was gonna happen.
Listen, but at the end of the day, though, like, that's business. I mean,
bro, it's how it goes. Look, I
don't
get mad. Look, I don't even get mad no more. I understand it to the T. I understand it from the salesman point, and I understand it from the consumer point.
Exactly.
Times is hard, motherfucker. You got to make somebody want to support what you have.
Exactly.
I hate people that always complain about support. Anybody that will use the word support a lot in a bad way, I always get away from them. Because nigga, you gotta realize, don't nobody owe nobody no support, nigga. What makes you gotta make yourself somebody want to buy something from? Period.
Exactly. Period. And that's what's gonna happen regardless. Though, like that's how your business come up. Your products be at high demand because they promote it, or because the quality, or because people talk about it. Why people talking about it? Because you did what you had to do to promote your brand, to promote your business, whatever that means, whatever money you had to lose, whatever you think you. Like it's because of you. Like you are the backbone of your brand. That's why I keep saying your business is your baby. Like that's something that you created. So like you got to put the footwork in to make sure that it is what it's supposed to be. Like I learned that as well too. Like so, it's either you like it or you don't. I don't like it. I ain't gotta buy it. I mean, it's my bread.
Yeah, bro. You gotta
point blank period.
Nobody gotta buy nothing from you, man. Period. Don't nobody gotta support you. Don't nobody gotta share your link. Don't nobody gotta do none of that. At the end of the day, get hot and they do it later.
No, they gonna do it. They definitely gonna do it later though.
Laws of the land, and then what you do then, that's on you. If you want to, you know what I mean. That's when it falls in your court. You could be fair. You do what everybody else do.
What? But look, real quick, because I keep looking at my board. That's why I keep looking. I'm making sure we covering everything. All right, so look, right, because you said it earlier. I only got like a few more questions. So, but earlier you were saying like you're not full blown. No, what you were saying, like you don't think your business, you're not a successful businessman. But from the person you was before you jumped into business to now, like what are some things like you feel like you're working on or you can get better at as far as just being a businessman? Like, because some of us still like me, like sometimes, this is my business, but I'm like, it's still the place to be real. But I know like sometimes I still gotta conduct myself as a businesswoman, and I gotta remember that I'm on screen and stuff like that. So what are some things you feel like you still gotta tweak a little bit when it comes to you as a businessman?
A lot of stuff. I gotta tweak the way I deal with people. Because when you deal with people all day, in the mall, when you go to the regular world, people be coming up to me like, da-da-da. Sometimes my energy be off, like, I'll be like, bro, sometimes I may be high. I'm you know what I mean? I don't want to talk about business when I'm out in the movie.
Right.
I don't want to talk about a t-shirt.
That's fair.
You know what I'm saying? Like, sometimes the way I handle that, getting back with people with certain messages, my DMs and stuff, but you got to realize it's just one of me. I don't have it.
Right.
Yeah. So, what else could I do? Being at my business more, because I be like, I had I don't have any employees right now, so it's just me for right now. You know what I'm saying? So, I gotta get back. I gotta do a lot of stuff better. See, the thing about me, I'm good with correction because I understand going there. I gotta do a lot of stuff differently and better. But it's coming though.
No question. All right. So on top of that, since you gotta perfect, tweak some things. In the next 5 years, where you see yourself at? Like, what are some things you feel like? I mean, we already talked about the storefronts. We talk about um business or whatever. So, what are some things you try to look forward to, or say, well, I didn't did this in this time frame. By this time frame, at least I want to have.
I want to have. I want to have my own. Want to have my own record label.
Okay.
I have my own record label. I want to have my own record label. I think I'm gonna have one in 5 years though. I want to have a couple artists, like 4 or 5 artists. 2 hip hop, R&B, rock and roll dude. I be thinking different. My mind is. I want. You know what I'm saying?
You can sign me too as a podcaster.
Right, man. And you as a podcaster. That's my goal.
Put me on the team.
Literally, that's a fact though, because podcast is the wave.
You know what I'm saying?
Podcast more effective than radio now.
And I'm gonna be sweet with it too. I'm gonna be pulling up at the concerts and at the red carpet and all that.
Look, we a lot. We locking it in, man. I'm rocking with you. I'm fucking with you.
Call me a journalist, call me whatever. But I'm gonna be there.
Look, that's the way.
Hopefully this year, the more interviews I do, the more I talk to people like you and stuff like that. I'm learning too. So, but at the end of the day, I'm just raw. And I know people need to hear. It ain't even about me. It's about y'all. It's about y'all who come on here and willing to talk to me.
Raw, ask the real questions. Ask the uncomfortable questions, the real questions, all that, because that's what's gonna keep you in it. That's what's gonna keep you in the light.
Did I ask you some real questions?
Yeah, hell yeah.
Did I make you think a little bit?
About me, if you ask me any, I don't care because I'm real, so it's not really like it's normal to me. I'm talking to you like I'm talking to my homies. So we chop it up.
I be trying to make people think a little bit, like, oh, wait a minute.
Yeah.
So you can see.
That's good question. You going in a good direction. That's why I'm rocking with you.
I appreciate you anyway for taking your time out to talk to me. We talked for a little bit.
Anybody that's building something up from the ground up and it's us thing, man. It ain't an odd thing, it's an us thing, man. That's how shit.
No question. But look, tell the people where they can find your clothing at, your social media handles, since you don't do the internet. The internet word when you say
I'm doing the internet. I'm doing the internet. So I'm internet now. I'm so.
All right, no. All right, you so internet. The internet word is just it's taking me like it's giving me 45-year-old virgin. No, I'm just
the internet, right? But we got to get out of that. Look, we got to get out of that mindset because the internet is the wave.
I know.
Hard to do because we from the part of the system where you had to go outside and make your name and do stuff.
Right.
But now you can do. Look, we doing the podcast. We doing it on the internet. Hey, look, I'm rocking with the internet from now on. That's what I'm doing the internet. I was talking to my man in jail. I talked to my man in jail. I'm like, boom. I said, he like, yo, boom. I'm talking to him. He got a lot of time. And he like, yo, you got to get on the internet. I said, bro, I don't like it, man. That shit cap down. He said, bro, oh, you too real for the internet? I started thinking, like, matter of fact, man, I'm getting on the internet. The internet is the way.
Hey, you on the internet? We on the internet.
I'm
Right
doing a
now,
podcast,
man.
all that. We're gonna do all the internet stuff there, all the internet stuff too. Anything
And
the
then
internet brings, that's what we on.
when you get your record label, you know all your people got to be on the internet.
Hell,
Our
okay. So
music got to be
that's
on the
why you
internet.
see. Look, I ain't playing it. I'm on the internet. I'm about to start marketing on the internet. I'm about to start doing internet world stuff. That's what I'm doing to. I'm doing the internet just like that. I'm just, you know what I'm saying? I'm just going to do it to the back. I'm doing it to the, you know, because it's a lot of, like, honestly, the internet is a blessing too. No matter what you, now, no matter how you look at it, it's a blessing. So, you know, it's a lot of marketing. It's a lot of marketing getting done on the internet and a lot of money
It
getting.
is.
And
Yeah,
I want a small slice of it all. You heard?
no question. I'm talking about you can get a couple of slices. Jump into there. Speaking on the internet, tell the people your social media outlets
Oh,
so they can.
yes. It's Beeta_boss on Instagram. Beeta boss on Facebook. I got Twitter. I ain't been on it like in years, but it's Beeta boss. It's just BEETA space BOSS. You know what I mean? You will go on any of that. You go on YouTube, Beeta boss. Like my videos from Jersey to VA. You will see me from a little kid, from a kid, all up. Like my whole like it's dope that my like honestly like on YouTube my like all my videos from years ago. Like you know what I'm saying? It's on there, so you could just see me at it before I had a business or any of that. When I was, you know what I'm saying, outside running around, bending corners. You know what
Oh,
I'm
all right. Been in the corners.
saying? You know, not doing nothing, not doing nothing. You know what I mean? Nothing wrong.
All right.
So,
What else do we covered? Did we cover everything? Is there anything else you want to say? I don't know if we covered
nah,
it. I
man.
think we hit all the key points.
Rest in peace, all the fallen soldiers, man. Everybody, there's too many in the name. You know, shout out to anybody that ever supported Cost to Be the Boss. Anybody that ever supported me in any way. You know, shout out to Lex, my dog. Rock with Lex, my dog Lex, man. That's who I'm on podcast. And just man, shout out to God for keeping me. You know what I mean? That's first, second, and third. And, that's what it is, man. Boss.
I want to say shout out to J30. Thank you so much
My
for.
dog. Man, that's my guy right there. He was with me. He used to be that's my dog, man. Me and him he used to give me the CDs when the CDs was popping. He was making all my joint. He put my dog. Shout out to 30. That's my man.
Yeah, he
He
looked
know me
out for
before.
me as my dog.
My,
He
my
told
dog,
me.
man.
That's why when you commented under his thing, I was like, oh hell no, because he posted it up next a long time ago.
Word up. Nah, yo, where's more? Shout out to Moan too. Moan, I mean, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, shout out to Mo, man, for look like. Shout out to my brother, man. I appreciate him.
Yeah, but dog 30, man. That's my dog, man. That's why, like, me and him he got me back on me and him we got some stuff in the world. That's my dog.
Yeah, no question. Him, me, and Tiff, we locked in. That's like my family too. So, whether I'm under your record label or I'm working with disaster relief, I'm gonna be getting some money in the mix.
You just gotta keep going, keep it flowing.
I already know. I'm consistency. That's why I gotta keep hearing. I gotta keep beating it in my mind. Consistency.
That's the hardest. That's the hardest part. If you ain't built for, if you're not built for this part, you might just go to work tomorrow. Go to work tomorrow anyway. I'll just go to work and just try to work your way up. And because if you gotta go through this part and go through the nose.
Yeah.
That's how I go.
No question. All right. So, is that it? Is that a wrap for us today?
So it's a wrap.
All right. Well, I appreciate you again. Y'all make sure y'all check out Cost to Be the Boss clothing in South Park Mall. Y'all can also check out his social media. It's at the bottom right there, Be the Boss.
Oh, yeah. CostToBeTheBoss.com. The website under construction. It'll be back up in the next 2 weeks. So
and now fall is my season. I gotta say this. Fall is my season. You always drop dope pieces for the fall. Y'all get y'all Tims ready. Make sure y'all slide through South Park Mall and buy y'all some hoodies and sweatshirts. I know they're ready to drop soon before I get them all. But like I said, I appreciate you. The interview was dope. So that's a wrap for us.
Be the boss. Cost to Be the Boss, my dog.
Bye, y'all.